Alright, kindergartners, today you're going to be making a lollipop out of clay. So we are going to be making coils. At the drive-thru, you're going to get a small piece of clay. You're going to need to grab a clay messy mat. And if you're number 3, you're going to need to go get a toothbrush and 4 fingers of water for your table to share. Now with my clay, I'm going to make a long clay snake, a long clay Larry the Lion. So I'm just taking my hands like I'm waving goodbye, and I'm starting to make a coil. Okay, one Larry the Lion. After a while, I'm going to need to start rolling the clay out on my table, and I can't really use my clay messy mat to do that, so I'm just going to have to roll right on the table, and I'm rolling from my fingertips to my palm, back and forth. Sometimes my clay starts to get a little flat on one side, so I just pat it to make it square again, and then keep rolling. Okay? If that's a little tricky for you, you can also roll in between your hands like this. I like to roll on the table, but because I roll on the table, I need to do some pats every once in a while, right on that tabletop surface. You can start to feel it getting a little bit flat, and that's okay. I want my coil to be no thinner than my finger, okay? My table is rocking a little bit. I'm sorry, I forgot to roll out my clay, and that makes my camera shake, so do your best to watch. Okay, or I could pinch on the side, that works too. Roll and pinch. Roll and pinch. Once my coil or my Larry the Lion is pretty long, I'm ready to start making my lollipop. So, to do that, I need to grab the toothbrush with just a little bit of water, and I'm going to tickle that clay on one side. What I'm doing is called scoring. I'm kind of marking up the clay and making a rough texture on that clay snake. And I'm also using a wet toothbrush so that it creates a little bit of slip, and slip is kind of like glue. Now I'm going to start by rolling my coil and pinching as I go. So my fingers are kind of like some crab claws. And I pinch and I roll. Pinch and I roll. All the way up my Larry the Lion to make a great big spiral lollipop. If you would like to use your messy mat at this time so that your clay doesn't stick to your table, that might also be a good idea. See how I just moved that over? Alright, this part right here, I need to smooth it out. If I have any textures that I don't really like, I can use my finger and just kind of smooth. Pinch and roll all the way around to make a great big lollipop. Now once you get to this point, you're going to put your lollipop on your messy mat and just put it off to the side. A blue rag will wash up your table spot with it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around to each of you, and I'm going to stick your popsicle stick in the bottom of your clay lollipop so that I know it will fit, and this will also kind of help it dry. And I'll wiggle it around and peel it back out. That will help the air get into my clay lollipop. And I'm also going to write your name and class code on the back with a really sharp pencil, Miss G, and your class code. Okay? When you have that done, you've got a hole at the bottom and your name and class code written on the back, please bring it over to the clay cart so it can go in the kiln. Your clay lollipop is done.